Souls, I'm Susie, Soul Alchemist, and this is your weekly reading. As always, we're using the Akashic Soul Alchemy Oracle deck. For more information on the deck, you can find that in the description. So today we are looking at building new foundations, aligned action after the new moon. So this reading is all about stepping out of old cycles, choosing responsibility without self-pressure, creating sustainable success, so no hustle, and anchoring spiritual alignment into the physical world. So we have 5 cards come out. Let me pick this one up. Okay, so what foundation is the collective being guided to build during this new moon phase? And it's all about gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful. Literally, when we use gratitude on a daily basis, we can create massive change, right? The more that we are grateful for in this present moment, the more that the universe brings us to be grateful for, right? So if we're someone that focuses on all of the things that we don't have, the things that are missing in our lives, we just get shown more of what is missing in our lives. This card reminds us that there is so much abundance already around us, and it's when we start to pay attention to all of this abundance that we already have, you know, whether it's the seasons, whether it's the sun coming out, whether it's much needed rain, whether it's gas, electric, a roof over our heads, nourishing food. There are so many things to be grateful for. So putting a foundation in place of working with gratitude on a daily basis is going to be a really, really powerful foundation for you to build from. The new moon is all about the start of something new, right? It's new energy coming in. So, this is a time to manifest our desires, get clear on what it is that we want, get that clarity to help us to move forwards, take action, all of the things, right? As we go through the moon phase. So this phase is about the new. It's about what it is that you want to manifest, right? So in order for us to manifest, we need to have solid foundations in place. So if you're wanting to manifest more money, right, then putting a gratitude practice into place, being grateful for all of the money that is flowing around you. I mean, you may feel that you're in lack and scarcity, right? But really connecting in with, you know, the £200 that you paid for the gas bill. So being thankful that that £200 paid for gas for the month or the quarter, whatever it may be. Being grateful for the money that bought the food that you're eating. Being grateful to pay the mortgage, right? All of these things really, really help. So our foundation is very much about gratitude. The old pattern, belief, or structure that needs to be released in order to move forwards is the witch wound. Now, a lot of women that I work with hold the witch wound. I held the witch wound, right? So I totally get that, right? So this witch wound really stops us from being visible. So visible in our lives, in our relationships, in our businesses, right? And it comes with so many different beliefs and patterns, right? So there's the fear of being seen. There's the fear of speaking your truth. There's the belief that we shouldn't charge for our gifts. There are so many different energies that go into the witch wound. So this is a powerful one for spiritual women, especially spiritual women that have businesses, because it keeps us playing small. It stops us from sharing our magic through fear of persecution, fear of judgment, fear of what others will think, competition, you know, all of those different energies. So this needs to be worked on in order to help you to move forwards, in order to help you to build that new foundation for the things it is that you want to manifest in this new lunar cycle. Okay, so where is the collective being asked to ground and align action right now? And it's in movement. right? So travel and adventure is about expansion of the soul. Your soul is looking for expansion. So whether that's through travel, it could be through adventure, so doing things that you don't normally do, anything that expands your soul, whether that be through knowledge, experience, emotions. Movement is also really, really important. So looking at different ways that you can bring movement into your day-to-day life, right? If we don't move, energy gets stuck, right? And we want energy to flow in order to be able to manifest. So movement is really, really important. Okay, so this card like really activates healing, but also, you know, doing things that really nourish the soul. When we're in alignment, when we're doing something every single day that nourishes our soul, then it's easier to move forward. It's easier to attract, to manifest more, right? Because our energy isn't becoming stuck because we've got that movement. We're nourishing our soul. We're being grateful for the things that we already have. We're releasing the things that keep us stuck, right? So this is a really, really powerful time. And this is not just for the Capricorn new moon. This is any new moon, right? We have that energy to be able to start again. So bring something every day into your life that expands your soul. So either learn something every day, do something that nourishes your soul, bring in movement as well. That's going to be really, really important. Okay, so what does true responsibility look like for the collective at this time without overburning or self-punishment? Now, interestingly, we have the prostitution wound. Now, the prostitution wound is about giving our energy away. So this is going to go back to past lifetimes where we gave parts and pieces of ourselves for safety, for survival, and all of these different energies. And that can cause us to burn out. That can cause us to punish ourselves. So looking at the prostitution wound isn't about, you know, being a prostitute or the sex trade or anything like that. It's about where we give ourselves away, where we give away our power, our energy, our truth, in order to be safe, to be looked after, to be secure, and all of those different things, right? Now, in times gone by, this would have served us. But those times have passed, and it's now time to come back fully into our energy. And if you're giving parts and pieces of yourself away consistently in relationships, in your job, in your business, then you are still prostituting your worth, your energy, your knowledge, your wisdom. So this comes back also to the witch wound, where we're not charging our worth, right? Where we don't value ourselves. So this is going to be really, really important. And this is something that the collective really needs to work on, so that we stop burning out, so that we stop punishing ourselves, and we step back into our sovereignty, and our knowledge, wisdom, abundance, and all of those things. So how can the collective create more stability, security, or structure in their life? And nicely, we have money alchemy, right? So the word alchemy means transformation. Now, for me, alchemy lies within us, right? We have all the magic that we need. We have the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience to create magic in whatever form that looks for us. So money alchemy is about using our gifts, our knowledge, our experience to create change and transformation. When we're in alignment with our gifts, our purpose, our blueprint, right, it becomes easier to make money, which is why it's linked to money. Now, money isn't just about, you know, the physical cash. It is the energy of wealth. It is the energy of abundance. And, you know, we started this off with abundance, right? Gratitude creates more abundance. If you're looking at all the abundance that is already around you and being grateful for that, you're going to create more abundance. money alchemy helps us to create more abundance through using our own energy, knowledge, wisdom. But also, you know, Mother Earth provides us with everything that we need, whether we need to heal ourselves, the food that we eat, and all of those beautiful things. So alchemy is really, really powerful, especially at the beginning of a moon cycle, because we're creating, or we're desiring things to manifest, right? We all put out our manifestation for the start of the new moon. So this is the time to really look at what needs to change. What can you transform this month to help you to manifest that desire that you placed at the new moon? So with everything that I'm looking at, you know, there is a lot here to do with money, wealth, abundance, finance, you know, all of those different energies. But also when we look at money alchemy, this is really nicely linked to the witch wound, to perhaps you need to charge more for your services, or you need to charge, right? There are so many beliefs that spiritual gifts should not be charged for, right? That charging money for our gifts isn't spiritual, and that is so not true, right? So with the witch wound and this come up together, you're either not charging enough for your gifts, or you're not charging for them at all, or you're not getting visible so that you can make money with your gifts. But also, you know, with the witch wound, you were a witch in a previous life. You know, that's stuff that you've either experienced or has been passed down through your DNA. So that means that you have talents, whether that is intuitive, whether that's working with herbs. And when I talk about the witch wound, I'm talking about either being a witch, a healer, a medicine woman, a wise woman, a herbalist. You know, all of those things are encompassed in the witch wound, which means across different lifetimes, you have all of this magical knowledge that is going to help you to bring in more money. So not where I expected the reading to go today. Didn't think we were going to be talking about money, but in order for you to move forwards and really make the most of this new moon, it's time to let go of the fear of visibility, to bring your energy back to yourself rather than everyone else. So putting yourself first, putting a gratitude practice into place daily, to really bring you into the present moment, but also to bring in more things for you to be grateful for. Do something every single day to nourish your soul, and use the alchemy of transformation to release all of these energies so that you can manifest your dreams with this beautiful new moon energy. So let me know how this reading resonates with you in the comments. Tomorrow we start the soul-led 7-day reset. So if you'd like more information on that, I will put that in the comments. Do come and join us. It's a 7-day free reset so that you are ready to move forwards and let go of the things that are holding you back from manifesting your desires. Do comment, do share. I'd love to know what resonated with you, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Ciao for now.